Hugs and kisses for Valentine's Day over this pretty pink gradient background. For this design, you'll need a thin art brush, along with the basics: tinfoil for your polish palette, acetone and a brush for cleanup, paper towel, and polishes. The polishes I've used are listed below. For this design, you'll need to begin with a gradient background on your nails. I'll provide a link below in the description to a previous tutorial on a gradient mani. Using a thin art brush, apply the first X to your nail. You're going to place the X at the base of your nail in the center. Typically when I'm working with a gradient, I do my nail art right on top of that gradient pattern. In this case, I did apply a top coat first, because if I made a mistake, I could simply take a Q-tip with some nail polish remover and wipe away that black polish. And I actually did that on my first nail because I started out with a different design in mind and I didn't like it. I simply wiped it off and continued on with this XO pattern instead. This design is actually quite simple. You're just using a thin art brush and creating X and O pattern on your nail. I find it best to work down the center, and I'm increasing the size of the X and the O's as I move towards the tip. Stay tuned to the end to see an alternate nail design using this XO pattern. Now moving on to the last row, this is the largest of your X and O patterns. You're going to place your next X. My O isn't quite smooth, so I just go back in with a little bit of the pink polish on my brush and tidy that up. Now because it's a gradient, I do need to kind of mix the polish on my nail to get the proper coverage. So I go now back with a little bit of the darker polish to just blend the two. It's easier to do the touch-up if you've got the XO pattern over top of white or a solid color. But in the end it works out okay, especially once the top coat is on it. Continue building your XO pattern on your other nails, and when you do the side X's and O's, you're just going to find that you just fill the space, so they're partial X's and partial O's depending on the size of your nail. When I'm working with a design with a lot of black polish, I tend to let it dry a little bit longer than normal, just to be sure that I won't smudge my hard work when I apply the top coat. And here you have it, the finished product. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please comment, share, subscribe, and thumbs up are always appreciated. And be sure to check out my next tutorial that shows this alternate design on the ring finger.